Your new life is going to cost you your old one. All the relationships, the friendships, the habits, the job, even the experiences, it's all going to be left in the past. And it's a very scary feeling because it's all unknown. You don't know where life is going to take you. You don't know what's going to happen, right? When you leave things in the past and you start to walk towards a new future, a new you. And it can be hard, right? I've had this major grieving process of the person that I was before. But now I am in a completely different space and I am able to self reflect and to see all the things that used to be mine. And it does make me sad because I'm not that person anymore and I had to let go of her because it wasn't helping me, it wasn't healthy for me. In order to live a different life, you have to let go of the same things that you're doing all the time, especially if they are not benefiting you. You have to let go of the habits that are holding you back, that maybe don't seem too crazy, but it's the little things that we do every day that make up the person we are and the person that we want to be. But nobody cares about what you do. Not a single person in this world cares if your dreams come true or not. You have to take the responsibility in your own hands and you have to actively choose every single day that you want to be different, that you want your life to be different. And you can't keep doing the same things. You can't keep being in the same cycle in order for things to change for you. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone, to leave that. That comfort zone is where your ego wants you to be. Your ego wants you to stay there because it is a safe zone. It doesn't want to wander off into the unknown that is the things that you haven't tried yet, the people that you haven't met yet, the experiences that haven't happened yet. You can't keep doing the same things every day if you want life to change. You have to care for yourself. You have to want it for yourself and show up for yourself every day. Having that consistency and being thoughtful with the time that you have every single day is what is going to change your life. You have this opportunity to change. You have the opportunity to learn from the lessons. You have the opportunity to decide what you want to do with every day. You are so capable of changing your life. You are more than capable of changing your life, of being the person that you want to be. The only thing that is standing in the way is you. You are so capable of changing your life. You just have to take the first step. Nobody is ready. It's not about putting everything into place, it's not about having everything perfect so that you can start. You just start. It's not waiting until the perfect time because let me tell you, there is no perfect time. It just happens. You just do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what that little new thing is that you want to do, that you want to try. Just do it. Because if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. Or it'll take so many lessons to get there. It'll take so many cycles for you to break, for you to finally get to the place where you've had enough and you just want to start. Stop waiting for the right thing to happen. Stop waiting for the right person to come into your life. Stop waiting for whatever it is that you're waiting for and just do it. Just start. And once you start, I want you to keep going. I don't want you to give up. And some days you're going to want to give up, but don't. Those days that you want to give up, those are the most important days, because those are the days where you can prove to yourself just how badly you want the thing that you're going after. Those days that you want to give up, those are the days that you reinforce those habits and that you prove to yourself that you are so capable of doing it. And if on those days you maybe need to alter things a little bit, that's fine. Just do not go back to the same pattern from before. Do not go back to the person that you were before. Nobody is going to hold your hand through this. Nobody is going to drop everything in their life to do the things that you have to do for yourself. And it's scary, it's hard, it's not easy, but that's the point. But you're here to learn, you're here to create, despite having lessons come up in your life, you still have to keep going. Okay? And it's not about changing everything in one single day and expecting your whole life to change. No, it's about being consistent. It's about forming little habits every single day. It's about trying the new things that you like to try, regardless of being afraid of it. It's about letting go of the people, the situations that are no longer for you, that are no longer serving you and aren't helping you grow, but are making you stay in the exact same place. Stop being comfortable. There is no change with comfort. When you're comfortable, things stay the same. Follow your intuition, follow your heart, and know that even though it's like putting on a blindfold and walking off a ledge, know that you're still going to be caught by the universe, by your dreams, by the future you that is waiting for you right now to make that small choice, to make that decision, to incorporate that new thing into your life that you've been thinking about for a while. Your future self is waiting for you to make that choice, to choose yourself for once, and to let go of everything around you that is not for you, to let go of the negative self talk, to let go of the things that the ego has to say, to let go of the self hatred. You have to believe that you are worthy for the life of your dreams. And you have to be patient with yourself. You have to be compassionate with yourself. You have to give yourself the support. You can't look for that support outside of you because it all starts in here. The validation that you are looking for, the validation that you are craving, is all in here. The opinions of other people do not matter. What anybody else thinks about you does not matter. The only thing that matters is what you think of you. Do you like the person that you are right now? Is this the person that you've always wanted to be? What can you do every single day that is going to get you one step closer to the person that you want to be? What does your future self look like? And what does that person do on a daily basis? So, what can you do to incorporate those little things into your life right now? Think about it. Reflect on your inner world. Reflect on how your inner world is projecting into your physical reality, and see what it is that you can change. See what it is that you want so badly for yourself. And if your physical reality is not reflecting what you so badly want, what is your dream life, then what can you do right now to start going in that right direction? And when you decide what it is that you can start doing it. Don't look back. Don't worry about what anyone else is saying. Do not worry about the things that you had left in the past. Just take that first step and know that you are worthy. Know that you are capable of doing anything that you want to do. And when you do that, when you have that, eventually, later, after some time, your physical reality is going to change. But do not give up. Do not stop. Keep going. Even if things don't look the way that they're supposed to look, even if it looks like everything is falling apart, because that's what's going to happen. Everything that is not for you is going to crumble, and it's going to feel like you don't know what's going on. You're going to feel confused. You're going to feel a little afraid. You're going to maybe even feel a little sad, and that's okay. Keep going. Let it fall apart and trust and know deep down that those things that are falling apart were not meant for you. They were meant for the person that you no longer are. In order to be a new person, you have to let go of the old you. You have to detach from the person that you were before. And when you do that, when you start letting go of the past, when you start letting go of certain people and situations that aren't for you anymore, it can get very lonely. It can get even confusing and maybe even cause some panic inside of you because it's not something that you're used to. You're so used to the same things happening over and over again. And it's because you're doing the same things over and over again. It's not comfortable to grow. It's very uncomfortable, but you want to be uncomfortable, right? Because that time that you're growing, that things are changing, it might feel a little weird, but that's good because that means that things are changing. The ball is rolling, it's not standing in the same place anymore. How many times I have said, this is going to be my year. I can't wait. This year is going to be the best year of my life. I'm finally going to be the person that I've always wanted to be. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and it's just going to be great. And I would have that mindset for a little bit until I would get back into the old patterns. I would get back into self sabotaging myself and being the person that I didn't want to be. But when we are too comfortable, we're not willing to change things. We just settle for life and think this is the way that it is. This is the way that it's always going to be. So why would I even try to change anything? Life is constantly changing. And do you want to be stuck in that same place forever? Or do you want to start doing things just a little bit differently every single day to get you to where you want to be? There was a point in my life where I was so unhappy. Every single day was a drag. Every single day was stressful. It was depressing. It was hard. And it was because I was making it so hard for myself when it didn't have to be that hard. Shit happens. all the time. And a lot of the time, there are things that maybe we don't want to happen, but it's not about the things that happen to you. It's about how you deal with those things. It's about your response to those things. Are you going to let something completely destroy you, or are you going to take it for what it is, learn from it, love yourself regardless, and keep going, keep pushing forward? Because I was in the same loop, the same cycle over and over again. And it felt like I couldn't get out of it. It felt like that was my life for the rest of my life. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I could not fathom that this was the life that I was going to live for the rest of my life. I couldn't accept it. It wasn't good enough for me. It wasn't good enough. And I was tired of playing the victim. I was tired of thinking that the whole world was against me and that I had no place in this world. I could not live like that anymore. And then I just tore it down. I tore it all down and I didn't look back and I kept going. And I started doing little things every single day that were benefiting me, that were getting me closer to the person that I wanted to be, the little habits that I was incorporating into my life every single day. And my God, I cried for months. It was so uncomfortable. It was not easy. But every single day, the first thing I thought of was that I couldn't go back to who I was. I could not go back to being so lost, to being so afraid, so unhealthy, so toxic. I could not go back to that. I couldn't go back to hating myself and feeling unworthy and undeserving of all the things that I've ever wanted. And when you start to change, sometimes you don't even realize how far you have come. You don't see it because sometimes it doesn't quite feel like it, or maybe things in your physical reality aren't changing as much as you wanted them to. However, I want you to know that when you're changing, when you're growing and you're healing, you're way farther along than you may think, than you may give yourself credit for. Things are not going to change overnight. It is a process. It takes time. So be patient with yourself in this process of things changing. Give yourself the time to grieve the things that you let go of and grieve the person that you were before. And do not beat yourself up when things are changing. Do not try to make yourself small because that's what you're always used to. Instead, know that you are an infinite being and you are very much capable of achieving anything that you want in your life. It just takes time. So practice that patience with yourself. Show yourself some compassion. And on the days where you feel like you just want to lay in bed and cry, allow it. Don't think that that's a step back in your journey because that's not true. In fact, it's a step forward. Those days are really just days of purging, of letting go of the past. You know, our body and our physical reality has to catch up with the things that we're changing up here. The things that we're changing in our heart. Our physical reality has to catch up with that, and that takes time. So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be discouraged if things aren't that different in 1 month of being consistent with a certain habit that you incorporated or whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of living the life that you want to. When you're just you, the things that are for you start coming to you. So do not rush, do not force yourself, do not get discouraged. Just keep going. So just allow yourself to be who you are and take it day by day and start doing the little things that you've always wanted to do, that the person that you want to be would do. And don't give up. Thank you all so much for watching. I am incredibly grateful for all the support I've received. I wouldn't have even imagined of creating a YouTube channel and doing something like this and speaking to so many people. I am truly so grateful for it all. So please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys again very soon. Peace.